What the fuck is up, everybody? Uh, we decided it's now time to record part two of shit I wish I knew before I started streaming because consistency matters. But I fucked up along the way and didn't stay consistent. So here's my next attempt at it. Life happens, stream happens. Uh, Stream's been kind of fucking taken off. Like super fucking happy with that. Fuck yeah, I am. Little recap. We started our journey back on February 3rd, 2025. Today is July 8th, 2025. And it's been a glorious fucking journey. We've gone from 0 followers to 521. The Spooky Spitoon is going strong as fuck. Which brings me to my topic today of community. Community matters. Uh, More so than I initially thought, but also gratefully so. Right? I've had the experience to help build a wonderful fucking community of over 500 people. Discord's over 150 strong and still fucking going. And I've learned a lot of key things. A lot of times we get lost in the views and the subscriptions, and we forget that community is where it's at, because those are the people that are there all the streams. Those are the people that are there when you need them. Those are the people that are there when shit goes wrong. And all the videos you're watching, all the, hey, this is how you get more views, this is how you get more followers, I feel like some of them lack on community building. And I recently experienced a touching moment on stream. Uh, my community made me cry in the middle of a fucking stream. Like not just like a tear in your eye, like just straight on fucking cry. But it was a good thing. Uh, I've been so busy with just nose down grinding, right? Let's chase that fucking number. And along the way, I've always had the mindset that I'll never keep track of what I do for people. Because if somebody needs a hand up, I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to keep going, right? I'm not looking to see for anybody to pay me back. I'm not looking to, oh, I did this. And no, it's just the way I've always been. If I give you a hand up, that's it. You've got your hand up, you keep going, right? No harm, no foul, no nothing. I don't expect repayment. But in doing so, you kind of, you lose track of how many people you help. And somebody from my community sent me a song they made for me. And at first, I thought it was just, good fun, good humor, because I was asking my community to help me make a wrestling intro, which I'll post that video on YouTube as well because it's fucking hilarious. And I thought that's what the song was. And after I stopped jamming out for a moment, because one of the lyrics kind of caught me, right? I was listening, but maybe I wasn't listening like I should have been. It just wasn't, I was jamming out with the fucking beat, right? And then I heard the fucking lyrics to it, and I stopped and I listened, and it put me in my feels for a good day. But it caused me to take a step back and actually turn around and assess what was going on. Assess what we were building, who was there, who wasn't there. And I learned something pivotal about community. Okay, community is what you build it. It's what you make it. And at the Spooky Spitoon, that's our community name. At the Spooky Spitoon, we're all about lifting each other up, be it on stream, be it off stream, personal life. And what started off as just a mental health awareness month actually turned into we call it a phone a homie. We have a mental health awareness channel, and those who need help or somebody to talk to, somebody to vent to, they can post in there. And either myself, somebody from the community, we're always watching that channel for when somebody needs a homie. And I've always told my community that I don't care what time it is. I don't care what you got going on. I don't care if it's big, little. If you need to talk to somebody, call me. Call me on Discord. Call me till I answer. I fucking got you. I might be sleeping and sometimes I sleep hard, but call a homie because you should never have to go through anything alone. And I didn't realize how many people had taken advantage of that because I've been, making stream content, trying to learn YouTube, trying to learn all of this shit, trying to learn Discord. And I've been kind of approaching things like I have my community, but I'm on my own. And when he sent that song, it talked about all the people that we help and all the people that I've talked to and have just hung around afterwards. And it got me to thinking and looking. And I spent the next day looking back at the community and going through messages and actually analyzing what it was that we were building. And that's when it dawned on me that it was a community we're building. It's not just a group of followers, it's a family. And I looked back and looked at all the homies that were helping other homies out that were a homie I helped out at first. And then I started thinking about all the people that said, because of you, I did this, or because of you, I did that, or because of you, I did this. And it got to be a really big pile. Uh, Not a bad pile, but just a lot of people that I had lost track of how they came to be because you help a homie through a situation and then off you go and we're homies, right? So we get on, we chat, we play games, but you don't really think about what you did for them. And then I got to thinking about it, and as I looked around, what I saw was all the homies that I had helped out or we had helped out. They stayed, but instead of like coasting along, they started picking up tools and they started building the Spooky Spitoon. And they started helping with the community creation and growth and bringing people in and things that need done and things that I struggle with. People are like, hey, I got you. Hey, I got this. Hey, I got that. And I've got people helping me with video creation. I've got people helping with music. I got people helping with set ideas. I got people helping with stream ideas. I got people jumping on streams all the time. Um, all of these homies became family very quickly. And in a matter of 5 months, we've had over 500 followers, but the community engagement has been absolutely fucking insane. Here recently, I've had some personal issues going on in life, uh, and I've always had the mindset that people that pay to subscribe to my channel or people that are giving bits are helping with the community. Right? They're in essence paying for my time. Right? They're paying for streams. They're paying to come in and hang out. They're helping support that. So anytime that I'm not able to stream or I'm not able to talk to people or I'm not able to do something related to that, I take it personally because they're helping to do stuff, and if life gets in the way, I can't do what they're helping to support with, right? It's kind of like you subscribe to the channel, you're paying for content creation, you're paying to enjoy that. And I post in Discord when I can't stream, like, hey, look, guys, there's a lot going on. I'm not going to be able to stream for the next couple of days, and everyone is like, look, you go do you. We're going to be here. You don't fucking worry about it. Don't worry about it 1 second. But that's a me thing. I worry about that because I want to make sure that I do the best I can do all the time. I want to make sure that that safe place that people have found here continues to be here. And when everything kind of came to a head, a loved one had passed, and it got me. It got me hard, and it dropped me. And when I posted it in there, uh, I expected the usual, hey, don't worry about it. We'll be here when you get here. But what I didn't expect was how many people reach out. How many people genuinely said, fuck the stream, how are you? Right? What can we do to help you? I had people offering to send us food. I had people offering to do anything and everything that we could possibly need to get through it. And it's very sorry, it's yeah. Uh it's very eye-opening to what a community actually is. And then as you're looking back behind you and you're seeing all these people that were in a dark place that now aren't. It takes what you, what most of us generally would classify as just like a silly stream or a silly show on the internet. We don't realize the impact that that has on people. We don't realize how we've taken something that is streaming a video game or a podcast or like the Spooky Spitoon, right? Still working on my camera thing. Don't judge my video quality. It's come a long way. But we don't think about these things. We just think that I have a bar. I talk to my friends here. We discuss everything from BDSM to autism to whether or not you laugh at farts in public. But people started pointing out that we're up to like 28, 30 viewers on average, give or take, and that's fucking amazing. I never planned on making it that far, but here we are. But they're always there, and a lot of my chat is lurkers. But when they do pipe up, it's, hey, I've been coming in here for like a month now, and I want to say thank you for being a safe place for me to come in and hang out and forget about life for a little bit. And it's had this kind of impact on my life. So it's taught me as a creator, a streamer, a podcast host, whatever you want to call me, right? It's taught me that while this started off as just a silly internet thing to help me cope with being laid off and possibly, make a dollar or two along the way to make things a little easier, it's turned into a whole family. It's turned into a whole existence of good stuff. Just wholesome, wholesome family. And you'll notice in my videos, I stutter a lot sometimes, and I strive for content. I strive for words because I always do one takes. I won't I won't spend hours and hours editing a message like this because I want you guys to see my thought process when I do it. And I know that it's probably low quality content for some, but I want people to see the real person because we are all real people. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to not be this high quality fucking 25 edit hours on a video. I want people to see real. I want people to see that we're people. And yeah, there's going to be videos on here where I go through and I do editing and I do all this wonderful stuff. But this particular thing that I'm doing, the shit that I wish I knew when I started streaming, I want this to be raw. I want this to be unedited. If I laugh, I laugh. If I cry, I cry. But I want you guys to see that and I want you guys to feel that. Because for me, this has been the single most unique experience in my life. Because I started a channel out of the blue with no interaction. And in a period of 5 months, we're 500 strong and still growing. People are still coming in. People are still saying, hey, homie told me to check you out. And here we are. I've hit the point now where I'm a streamer other streamers talk about. And I didn't expect to be there. But it's not just me that got there, right? It's our community that got there. Because I go around Twitch and I see other people and I hang out with other streamers. I watch, I learn, I interact. I'm trying to lift everybody up that I can, and I'm learning and I'm watching. And as I'm watching, I see how other people act with their community, and then I see how our community acts. And our Discord has a thing where we don't post when we go live. We have affiliate chasers that we call them. We let them post when they go live, so it tells us that, hey, you can post in here to help get your viewer count up to affiliate. And we've made a lot of affiliates. And then when they do that, they're done. Right? It's not like everybody going live, hey, I'm going live, come see me. Because I wanted the Discord to be when somebody posted something, it's something you can go interact with. It's something that you can reply to, read, laugh at, help somebody chase their dream, right? It's something. And it's garnered such a unique response from the community because I hear everybody like, oh yeah, I got all our servers muted, but the Spooky Spitoon, I don't mute it because there's always something going on. There's always a post I can laugh at, somebody that needs help, a song I can listen to. It's something I can interact with versus 600 people a day saying, hey, I'm going live, come watch me. I believe that Twitch should be where my live notifications go because that's where I'm going live. If I'm doing my job right as a creator, you're gonna go to Twitch and you're gonna see when I go live. And that's where, scheduling comes in. I don't have a schedule. I don't think I ever will because one, I'm ADD as fuck. And if I make a schedule, I'm gonna be late. It's gonna happen. But if I always have that freedom to stream when I'm ready, right? I don't have to rush somebody off a phone call if they need me to go stream. I don't have to tell everybody, hey, I'm sorry, I'm late, right? I can focus on my community when they need me and then go live. Uh, I primarily stream during the night. We're more of a nocturnal stream, kind of the bar, you know. uh, but it gives us a chance to be us. And night times when a lot of us need a homie. That's when that loneliness kicks in or that unhappiness. So to have somewhere to go and have people to chat with and laugh with and cut up, uh, that that kind of became the backbone for what I'm doing. Uh, when the community reached out and lifted me up when I needed it, I was astounded because I've never really had a lot of friends, right? I've never been that person that collected homies. Usually, bigger groups of homies led to more drama. So you kind of just get used to getting up and dealing with shit on your own. And then all of a sudden, when shit really did go down, and the whole community stood up behind me and said, "Look, we got you. You go do what you got to do. We got you. We'll be here when you come back. We'll hold the fort down. We're gonna polish the spittoon up. We got this." And they did, and nobody expected anything in return. Nobody has held it over my head. It was just us taking care of our community and doing what we needed to do. And when that happened, fucking phone. When that happened, it was amazing because you're never prepared for that many people to stand up and say, "Hey, I got you. Don't worry about it. I'll be here." Right? But when you see that many people do it, that's where you're like, "What's going on?" That was where everything came in and surprised me because ultimately we hope to build a community. We hope to build a following. We hope to have our presence. But we never know what to expect because I don't see a lot of videos on community building. I don't see a lot of videos focusing on that. And I mean, you could look up Discord videos, but when you see all these how to be a streamer video, right? It's always how to get more views, how to brand your channel, how to get sponsorships, how to make money. Um, I don't see a lot of creators focusing on how to build your community, right? They tell you to find your people, but they never tell you what to do after you find them. So it's all kind of guesswork, right? And for me, it's always guesswork because I'm flying by the seat of my pants right now. I didn't really ever plan on making it this far, so I didn't have like a strategy. I didn't have a route to go. I just turned the camera on one day and ran, and it ran fast. So now I'm here, and I'm like, okay, we set community goals, and I set them with the expectation they're going to take a little bit to hit. So like I can come up with a goal or a reward. And then 2 days later, the goal's met, and it's like, guys, that was supposed to take like a month. How did we do it in 2 fucking days? And now I don't know what to fucking do. Which is it's a really good problem to have. Don't take that as bitching, because the support from the community has been a lifeline for me. But it also teaches you that flexibility is important, because as much as we try to give back, and as much as we try to continuously lift everybody up, we forget that sometimes those people lift us up too. So in your streaming journey, um, my most important part right now is my community. When they need me, I'm gonna be there. When I need them, they're gonna be there. But it's understanding that they're there. It's learning that, yeah, yeah, I can be a big hard ass on screen if I want, or I can cry, I can do whatever I need to. But it's also giving them an opportunity to be there for me. And that was something they taught me was I'm not alone anymore. I'm not facing life's challenges on my own. Um, I have a son due in 3 days. He's going to be here on the 11th. We're scheduled for a C-section. And the sheer amount of excitement from my community about him being here and the gifts they've sent for him, uh, they're all absolutely touching. Everything from walkers, bouncers, blankets, uh, bathrobes. Like there's just so many that I'm honored, I'm flattered, I'm in awe of just the amount of support for something that's important to really what I thought was just me. But then I see all these thoughts and care in these gifts, and a lot of them are. One of them is a raccoon bathrobe from Trash Lord, because his whole thing's raccoons. But when I see that, and I see that care with that gift, and that it's a him gift, it means a lot. When I see memory blankets and stuff being sent, and I apologize, I'm not even sure what the fuck you call that, but it's like this blanket that you put them on, and it's got I'm this many months old and this many. Um, the women folk that got together on that were very caring for that, and they made it even associated with like the channel theme, and it was touching for me. Getting stuff like that, like you tear up because you don't realize that people are capable of that level of caring. So my message for you today is on your journey, okay? It's always a great idea to keep track of your views and your profits, your losses, right? But the most important thing that I've felt to keep track of will always be my community. Money's nice, right? We all do this hoping that we make money. I myself, I am working on being a full-time content creator. This is what I want to do for a living, for a couple of reasons, right? I had my job for 10 years. I did not expect to get laid off in January. I jumped on Twitch thinking maybe I can make like, 50, $100 a month, and it'll give me time to go find another job. Well, the other job has been pretty distant. I worked in the IT field, and there's just none around here. So as this started and this actually took off, I was like, could I do this full time? Like, could this actually be a thing? And now I'm actually at the point where this can be a thing, and it will be a thing. Uh, it was just finding the right people to do that with. And when we found those people, it's making sure that we take care of those people too, because without a community, you don't have anything. While you're on your journey and you're looking at what's going on and you're looking at what you need to do, look at your community. What do they need? What can you do to help them out? Because they're going to help us out regardless, right? But if you're not giving back and you're not taking care of them, and it doesn't have to be monetarily. It doesn't have to be giveaways, right? I take a couple days a week and I just go in and I chat. Hey, who needs a fucking homie today? Who's going through some shit, right? Who's too shy or too scared to post in the channels that you need a homie to talk to? Hit me up in the DMs. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation, right? I may not be able to give advice, but sometimes just being able to listen to somebody will go a really long fucking way. Bolster them, lift them up, give them a safe place, right? When you're making content and you're wondering about what to do, talk to your community. I I try to once a month do a community day where I sit down one on one and I talk to my community on stream. And I have waiting rooms set up that the community is happy to hang out in and talk in and just interact with each other while they're waiting to come on the air. And in other times, I do full on 8, 12, 14 people in voice chats, just hanging out, debating the topics, talking about our adventure, talking about our stream, talking about where we are, where each of us is in our streams. The other thing that I do, and I've gotten to see this on a much broader level, is I never discourage somebody from talking about their stream, shouting out other streamers. I never discourage that, and I actually encourage that in our streams because I want to see where my homies are hanging out when I'm not on, right? What tickles your pickle? Uh, and I've met a lot of good streamers along the way doing that too. Just places I wouldn't have stumbled across without somebody coming in stream saying, "Hey, go check out this person." We actually, time to time, take our stream into other streamers. I call it a loner raid. We go in, we hang out, we talk for a little bit, and then I just simply drop a statement like, "Hey, you want to see something cool?" And I just hit the chat with the Spooky Spitoon sound off, and then all of a sudden, all the follows come in. All the follows, some subscriptions, maybe some biddies. We make some noise and we let them know, hey, look, we fucking see you, and you've been kicking it with like 30, 40 fucking homies and just chatting. And we love to do this with smaller streamers that are just starting out, as much as we do established streamers, right? Because everybody should have that opportunity for a good day. And if you see somebody that's streaming and they're lonely and they're on their camera and they're putting the effort in, you'd be really surprised at how gratifying it is to come in and say, hey, there are 40 people watching you right now. If you could say anything, what would you say? And some people get nervous, some people get excited, but it reminds them that it's possible. It reminds them that even though they're on the start of their journey, or maybe they're on a weird little dip or decline, that it's still out there. And some of these homies that we do this to come by the stream and then they hang out for a little bit and then they jump in the Discord and they hang out there for a little bit. And next thing I know, they're part of the fucking community and they've gone from one viewer to 14 viewers or 20 viewers, right? They find the people in the community that fit their niche and the content they create. And now they've got their own audience that's hanging out with them and vibing and having a wonderful fucking time. And as we grow and we hit that 1,000 mark, that 2,000 mark, that 10,000 mark, right? Those people need somewhere to go to. Those people need streamers to watch. Those people need people that click with them because not everybody in the community is all about, Gothic Cowboy, right? I've got my stuff. I've got my sinful streaming. I've got my game streaming. We've got the bar, but that doesn't tickle everybody's pickle all the time. Sometimes they just want to go have a cozy game, right? Sometimes they want to go have a horror game or a first person shooter. And we build people in the community for those. We lift those people up so they have a place to go too. And as they're doing that, you make new friends along the way. You make new homies. I've actually started meeting people from the community, and that has been such a rewarding thing for me. I get to go see the people that have have had an impact on the stream, or the stream has had an impact on, and that's what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to stream. I want to make content. I want to touch people. I never thought that a silly internet show would touch people in that manner, could save a life. To think about that, and even to say it after knowing that it has, it it's humbling because we start our journey and we're like, okay, we're gonna play some games, and then bam, somebody comes in, they're having a rough day, they're thinking about killing themselves, and then they hang out for a little bit and they start talking, and now they're not thinking about it so hard, and then they come in the next day and they start talking more, and then in the next day they start talking more, and then in the next day they're like, you know what, I want to get back into streaming, I miss it, and then the next day they're talking to you about stuff for their stream, and without realizing it, you've taken somebody that was in a dark place that you had no idea about, and you've completely turned it entirely around without meaning to. But you've become a safe place for people that come in and hang out and laugh and cut up. And if you save even one life by doing that, it's worth any cost for your stream, your setup, your subscriptions, whatever it is. It's worth that because overall, that's kind of like the ultimate goal that you don't even think about is whose life can you change by just being you? Where can you make a positive impact by just being you? Right? It's wonderful that we do, fundraising events and we help out charity organizations and we do good to help out others. But have you ever sat back and thought just how many people your show has changed, touched, or saved? Nobody really talks about that. That's like the serious moment. That's the pull on your heartstrings. Like, wow. I can tell you for us, it's double digits, and that might be the time that we stream. That might just be the luck. That might just be the people. But to realize that you can impact that many people on such a deep level in 5 months. Imagine where we're going to be in 5 years, 10 years, right? Imagine when we're 15,000 strong, 20,000 strong, and those homies are bringing homies in. And those homies are talking to people like, oh, you have a bad time at night? Come over here and hang out and watch what happens, right? It gives people hope. And you never think about that. And at first, when you think about it, it's like, man, that sounds kind of cocky. And it really isn't because none of us set out to say, I'm going to save a life when I do this. Um, but when you do it and you actually see it, you're just like, it gets real really fast. And it's very, very humbling. It will make you completely rethink everything you're doing about it and make you wonder if you're doing the right stuff, if you're doing enough stuff. But just take care of your community. Make sure that every step of the way you're engaged with them, you're involved with them. Make sure they're good because you never know what somebody's going through and you never know when they just need a homie to listen. So be there for them off stream, right? It's great to be there on stream, but sometimes I need somebody off a stream too. And that's where people don't touch on is the non-streaming part of being a streamer or a content creator is the people that are interacting with you, that you do resonate with. They don't tell you how serious that gets or how deep that can get, but it's been the single most gratifying thing for me was when somebody pointed out how many people we were helping and how many people were there to help me when I needed it. Because when I turned around, every single one of them fuckers was right there. They didn't expect anything except to be able to help. And that's a moment that no matter how big we get, no matter how far the spooky spittoon goes, no matter how far the gothic cowboy goes, that's a moment for me that will resonate with me for the rest of my life. Because I had a moment where I was down and just getting kicked and kicked. You always try to square your shoulders and you put on the best show possible. Um, but people see, they take the time to look and they're like, man, something's not right. And then they start reaching out. Hey, you good? Hey, everything okay? If you need to talk, you call me. I've had people, if I just need a homie, they will fly to me and talk to me. If I need to call them at 3 o'clock in the morning, they'll answer the phone. And I was honored that people that had come into a show and just never left would be that level of support for me when I needed it. Um, you're not you're not ready when that happens, but when it does, the the gratefulness and that thankfulness is unexplainable. I can't put to words just how hard it impacted me in such a good way. Uh, when I got that song sent to me, I cried that night. After stream, I had like a good ugly cry because it kind of put everything in perspective to me. But the most important part for that was actually realizing just how many people were impacted by what we were doing in such a glorious way. But instead of them, you know, coming in broken and finding out that they had people to talk to and then dipping, they stayed. They picked up tools, they started building the community with us. And they're still here, still building with us, still pushing forward. And because of them, we're able to do what we do. We're able to reach out to as many people as we have, and we're able to help the people that we've helped because of them, because they stayed, because they found out that, hey, this is home. We don't judge in our community. We don't look at what people come from. We don't look at what they have. We just look at them. We look at people, and it I'm truly honored to be building something that has that impact on people, but has the ability to retain those people, to go help with other people. And when it started, it wasn't about that. It wasn't about like making a community that touched people or lifted people or helped people, because you don't think you have the power to do that. But it's a wonderful example of one voice finding another voice, finding another voice, finding another voice. And now it's just marching along, but as we go, we welcome everybody. When somebody comes in and are having a bad day, we don't tell them, "Hey, go away." We help them. Um, when people come in and they're excited about their stream, we don't tell them, "Hey, go away. This is our channel." We say, "Hey, what do you got going on? What can we help with?" Right? When somebody is like, "Oh, I'm trying to affiliate and it's so hard," we lift that part up. When somebody has a weak moment or they're thinking about ending everything, right? We reach out. We make sure that they know, hey, look, you're not alone. We may not know you, but what do you got? What's happening? What the fuck is going on? Because that's the world we live in right now. And when people come in and they feel comfortable to do that stuff, it'll change you. It'll change what you think you're working on. It'll change your silly little internet show into a life-changing event. And what I've learned over the last 5 months is building that community takes time. It takes a lot of time. There's some days I put 18, 20 hours in, and that's just between stream building, talking to people, reviewing things, learning how to do better, looking at skills I need to develop, working on fucking YouTube. I suck at making videos, which you'll see with this one. But overall, it's talking to people when they need it, and that's been a lot of time spent that, in hindsight, I would still do it every fucking step of the way because it's had such a profound impact on me as a person. It's had a profound impact on me as a content creator. That still feels it's a little weird to say. I never thought I would be a content creator. I never really actually thought I would be a streamer. I tried it a couple years ago. I never made it past 28 followers, and I tried it for 9 months. This time around, I put my own spin on it and said, you know, if I'm going to do this, I'm just going to do it and see what happens. I don't have any expectations. I don't plan on getting rich. I don't plan on getting a lot of followers, but maybe I can make a couple bucks and make it just a little less stressful. Um, and I got something so much more out of that. I got something way better than just, you know, receiving a paycheck from it. I actually got the knowledge to know that we can change people for the better. We can take somebody at the end of their rope and we can give them a whole new outlook on things. And if I never made another dime, but could turn around and help just the sheer amount of people we have twice over, I would do that in a heartbeat because there's just something different about reading a message from somebody after you've known them for a couple months and they're like, "Look, I didn't say nothing, but when I popped in here, I was ready to kill myself and now I find myself popping in and hanging out with people and laughing and I've got this just different outlook on life right now." And that thank you at the end, that that'll bring tears to your eyes because that's a real moment. And it's they're not even like a they're not in the channel from a financial standpoint because I tell all of my viewers like I don't expect biddies, I don't expect subs, I don't expect you guys to do anything. I'm just very grateful that you brought your time in here and that if anywhere you can hang out, you're here, you're kicking it with us. And when people are in the Discord and they're doing all these things and they're posting these memes and they're reaching out to people, I started a mental health awareness channel. But what I didn't expect was how many people would monitor that channel without saying a word to me about it. And I started watching when people posted. Other people went in like, "Hey, hit me up. Hey, I don't know you, but call me." Um, it it touched my soul, and it's made me realize that what we're doing is important. It's no longer just a silly internet show. We're still three all the fucking time, right? We're gonna make fart jokes. We're gonna do the BDSM tests and the weird shit, right? But we do that because that's what we like. That's what we enjoy. And people that come in and lurk and listen, that's what's kind of turned things around for them because they find something that they can sound off on. The next thing they know, they're playing games with us, or they're jumping on the podcast with us, or they're just hanging out. So take care of your community, build your community, put the time into that. Speed happens differently for everybody, but build your community off stream. Stream's always going to be there. Build it off stream. Make sure you take care of your people. Your people will take care of you. And by all means, I mean don't take this as any ironclad account of anything. My experience has been very different from others that I see, but I'm grateful for what I've experienced because it's helped me through some really, really hard parts in life that I didn't expect to go through. But if I ever did, I expected to go through them alone. And it was new to to get up and turn around and look at how many people were lifting me up, where before would have been me just getting up on my own and starting one foot in front of the other again. But this last hit, there were so many people there that helped me back up and helped me get going that I will never have the words to say thank you. Because you can say thank you all you want, but to have that level of support and that level of help, I personally feel like there's no way I can thank them in a proper manner because words aren't enough. The kindness and love that was shown to me, kind of a new concept, but I don't think I would ever be able to express just how thankful I am and how much that actually meant to me. Because for once, people were just being friends. They weren't after anything. They just wanted to help and make sure that I was okay. And they did. And as we reach out to other people, uh, it's the same thing. Nobody expects anything. We just want to make sure people are okay. And I will always, even if you're watching this video, okay, if you need a homie, you need somebody to talk to, just not going right. I don't know you, not yet, but I will. Drop me a message. If you need to get a hold of me, leave a comment, right? I will respond. I will reach out to you. If you need a place to hang out, you need a place to just breathe, call me. Call a homie. I'll always be there. I don't have to know you. I don't have to know your story. But if you need somebody, we got you. There's a place here at the Spooky Spitoon. Come say hi.